Guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Comic World for You, brought to you by the Long Story Short Show. I'm Jen, this is Corey, and that is CJ. And we're just going to talk to you about some comics that we read this week. So why don't you go first, Corey?
All right, you want me to go first?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'll just start with, I'll be quick. I'll start with the most recent one I read, Spider-Man, number 12 by Nick Spencer. So what's happening is Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson got themselves into like a situation where they're being attacked by some old villains that both of them kind of have in common. So it's like Scorpion, it's like fly creatures and stuff like that. It's like some weird stuff. So what's actually happening is they're in like a visual museum of J. Jonah Jameson's life. And it's kind of like what's that, like with Scrooge and stuff like that? What's that called?
A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, thanks, Jen.
Oh, yeah.
A Christmas Carol. It's like a Christmas Carol. Where
It's like DuckTales?
Where they're basically going through his life. And it starts with like, he was a kid, and his dad made him live with his brother, like his uncle. J. Jonah Jameson had to live with his uncle and his aunt. And his uncle like abused his aunt. Stuff like that. And so you're like, whoa. And so then it goes off to what? He starts like diving into reporting and stuff like that. And then it goes to him meeting his first wife, the love of his life, who dies by like a mass criminal. Like somebody like shoots her.
That's why he hates mass vigilantes or whatever, because of that stuff.
Okay.
Then it goes on to like the birth of his son. His
John.
His son going up to space and shit. And he's like,
Nice.
oh no. And Spider-Man's like, oh no, this is where it gets bad. And then that's when the menace Spider-Man showed up and ruined J. Jonah's life. And because of that, basically blaming Spider-Man for everything. And Spider-Man's like, whoa, what the fuck? And he's like, because of that, we had to create protocols. Basically, it's like a museum. It's by like this guy Arcade.
Yeah.
It's like some kid who, it's like some person's controlling it, like on some Wizard of Oz shit. But they're telling the perspective of Jameson. So basically, it's like showing how it's like the first Spider Slayer that they made. He's like, wow, I can't believe, that was a pretty cool concept back in the day. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It shows them like injecting Matt Gargan with like the Scorpion serum and like basically like torturing him and shit. And it shows like the other creatures that like they made by like, just like
proxy.
Yeah, by proxy, exactly. By like proxy, like fly creatures, bug creatures and stuff. I'm like, so all that's Jonah's fault. And then it shows the second iteration of the Spider Slayer, created by Marla, the woman he'd fall in love with again, his second wife, his future second wife. And then she dies. And like his son is like his son's dead and everything like that. And so then it's like, so now we're here. And it's basically like Scorpion and everybody like, and now we're gonna kill you. So now we took this trip down memory lane, now we're gonna kill you. And so Spider-Man and Jonah pretty much like beat them all and everything like that. And then like somebody like stomps through the like building. It's some giant guy with like a fedora and a mask who kind of looks like a chameleon in a mask, but calls himself the big man.
El Grabador from Angry Beavers.
He like stomps on it and he's like, the big man's here. So, that was Spider-Man number 12. I mean, it was pretty cool. Hey, what up, Afro?
Afro's here.
What up, Afro?
Nice.
No, you actually just caught us right at the beginning, so stick around.
So, we just started. This is the first one, Afro. And hopefully we got the audio and everything all right. So, but that's Amazing Spider-Man number 12. It was just like a recap of Jonah's life. It's like on some Christmas Carol shit where you're just going through like the best plays. What up, Mikey? That's McNasty86 right there.
Oh, what up, Mikey?
But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 12, pretty cool. If you really like J. Jonah Jameson, you want to know like what's going on, like why the fuck does he know Spider-Man's like secret identity and stuff like that? That's pretty cool. This arc's pretty cool. I think he's just trying to get the his ancillary characters like ideas down and shit like that. I don't know. It's cool.
Cool.
Dope.
All right, Chris, give us a book that you read this week.
All right, I only had 2 this week.
What's up? No facial expressions?
All right. Hey, here it comes. Here it comes right now, dog. So I had Lucifer #3, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, like, I haven't read a Lucifer book. I'm not into, like, the whole dream or all those eternity, those characters and stuff. I'm just now learning about it. But I'm kind of sad that I jumped in at #3 because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Lucifer don't look like Lucifer. He's all deteriorating and falling apart. Like, he has no shin bones and shit. And someone's like complaining, like, "Hey, stop! You're gonna make me redo the bandages." He's like, "I'm someone who creates suns, and the universe bends to my whim. I never need help. I can do all this shit," but he can't.
But he has no shins.
Right?
Like,
I mean, he can't heal and shit. Like he's
like,
boom, like Cotton Hill.
Like Cotton
Exactly.
King of the Hill.
Well, no, he got his shins blew off, and they just put his feet to his knees. This nigga is like has like no shins.
Right.
Like it's kind of like falling apart. It's like gory-ish type of thing.
Okay.
So like apparently like his magic is waning, his demon power or something of the like is going on, and he's becoming vulnerable. He's becoming more human and shit. So he can't do certain shit like he used to. Some different character comes in and he gives his whole backstory and talks about like how he was able to kind of see demons and shit, and he found this book. But he doesn't know what the book is, but it's a magic book, and he's trying to write in it, but he can't write in it. And some demon comes up, I think it's Satan himself, says that it has to be written, like your stories are written through your blood. And the guy finally like clicks after working on this book forever and nothing coming out. It's like the dark hold, sort of. So he like cuts open his stomach and gore comes on it, and then shit starts changing and manifesting, and shit's getting real. And I don't know what's really happening, but there's a lot of stuff and people are afraid. And it's kind of like that Doctor Strange book, The Last Defender, where the magic is overlapping and shit.
The final book of that came out. That's what I'm talking about next. So you just wait. If you want to talk about that shit, you don't even know.
Yeah. You might want to just skip it because I wish more shit was going. I wish less shit was going on so I can understand what was going on. Because fuck that.
All right, well shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I mean, I like
Lucifer.
3. Yeah, I like Lucifer. It's just I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a learning curve.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well shit.
All right, I got Uncanny X-Men #6. So where we left off is Archangel just reappeared because his ex-lady just stabbed him in the front, basically. She made a sword with her energy, and she basically sliced him and made Archangel come out. And so, but because of that, good news is,
what's the good news?
He is in control of his own body and his own thoughts.
Oh. Is he in control of his wings, though? Ain't Magneto there?
Yeah. So that's the thing. Magneto was like, no, we are not instruments of war. So I will not fight you.
Since when?
Because remember, he is in control of X-Man.
That's... Okay,
he
go
is
ahead.
one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that X-Man.
Okay, so what's going on is there's this guy from the future kind of thing, and he's got Apocalypse. He's got who else?
No, yeah, he has Apocalypse, Kitty Pryde, and Senator Allen locked up as his counsel.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
To help him through the cleansing of the earth.
And since he has Apocalypse's 4 horsemen. All right.
Yeah, so his 4 horsemen are Magneto, Omega Red, and the Blob, and was Angel before he turned into Archangel. So now Archangel is his own free will, so he's attacking Magneto. And he's like, I will not fight you, Warren. And he's like, no, I will fight you. And then he's like, at the same time, yelling at his lady. Because he's like...
Who, Psylocke?
Yes. At the same time, he's yelling at her. Because he's like, this is all your fault. This is not what I wanted. This is
not very manly.
This is my hell. This is my living hell, basically. And she's like, I'm so sorry.
I like being part of the apocalypse. I enjoy being evil. Thanks, bitch. Now I gotta feel bad about the shit I do.
And Storm's like, well, Psylocke, you gotta leave because you're too emotional right now. Like, what we did was the right thing. so that he could be free of X-Man's control or whatever, right? So then a whole bunch of cool fighting happens. They break free, and then the X-Men confronts X-Man at his own place. And it's kind of funny because Storm's like, oh, this is really ostentatious. Because he got like a pyramid.
A big ass.
He got a pyramid and then the middle section of the White House on top.
Like a perfect balancing act.
I'm important. All right. I don't know if you guys can. I don't
tell
know
by the Sphinx in the backyard, but I'm a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
Pretty fucking big deal.
And so they confront
Rod
him,
Burgundy.
And then they're like, we're gonna fight. And so, but he's like all powerful. So basically, he picks up all the like original cool X-Men up in the air and just freezes them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jubilee does this cool light show, and he's like, I will not just get distracted by some light. And basically throws her.
Is fireworks gonna stop this?
It throws her, right? So you remember the middle part of the lighthouse, right? He throws her so hard that she goes through one side and then the other and down a hill.
Oh, well, she's still
okay, like.
She's still.
Okay. I was like, she's dead,
alive.
right?
Yeah. Jubilee
she's dead.
She like grew up, had a baby, and she's a vampire.
I mean, I guess. Like
Still,
two
right?
walls. She got thrown through 2 walls.
2 walls.
Like she went through the first one, had enough momentum to go through the next one, and then kept going down the hill.
Yeah, she tumbled down a hill too. Yeah. So that happened, right? Right? So that happened, and then Glob and friends show up. So Glob and friends are basically all the newer, younger X-Men that are now part of the team, right?
Yeah, she kept saying young X-Men. I was thinking like Cyclops and stuff. She was like, no, like Glob and friends. I was like, oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's easier when you say Glob and
Glob
friends.
and Pixie and Armor.
Right.
Just in Flint.
I really figured out today that
Grift.
now they are now
right, the current
will
youth.
be Glob and friends. So
yeah, the
Glob
current
and
youth, not
friends
yesterday's
show up.
youth. Got you.
Yeah. So Glob and friends, Legion, and Multiple Man show up. And
Nice.
Jubilee's like, run! Go get help! Go get help! And they're like, no, we're X-Men. We're not going to go get help. We are the help, right?
We're the cavalry.
Glob?
Glob and friends.
Like, I could reach through the jelly and grab your spine. Like, I've never seen him do anything. I've never seen Glob do anything at all. I've never seen him do anything. What does he do?
Listen. So they don't go there to fight. They go...
Glob is just Bobby Hill. That's all Glob is.
They go there to talk.
Bill Dauterive.
They go there to talk. And so since
Okay.
Armor's like kind of their leader, she talks to X-Man because she's like, well, why are you doing this? What's the reason behind this whole apocalypse kind of thing? Basically, he's dying and he wants to make sure the earth is cleansed before he dies.
She found a chink in the armor.
And so they were about to, get somewhere, right? But then,
She said, found a chink in the armor. Yeah, right. Anyway.
they were about to get somewhere, but then Legion barges in and he's like, you can't reason with crazy. So he attacks X-Men.
He's like, trust me, I'm crazy. You can't read me crazy. Let me do
I've
this.
learned this over the years.
Let me do this. And don't try to tell
No
me
one's
how-
ever been able to talk me down. Let me tell you that.
So he attacks him, X-Man warps reality, and then Glob and friends get a cool makeover, and everyone looks cooler. So that's how.
Are they cooler though?
I don't know. We will find out.
I guess we'll all find out.
We will all find out in the next issue, number 7.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned next week to find out if Glob and friends get cool. I doubt it. $20 says they're gonna make Glob do something that nobody's ever seen.
Well, he looks like
Fight?
He looks like Ghost Rider, except he's the Glob.
Yeah, he's got like pants like the Thing. He's got like his Glob body with the skeleton on the inside, but he's like on fire like Ghost Rider now. So it's like,
Yeah.
His glob is flammable.
Doesn't that
guess
means
so.
he's always been
And he doesn't feel it.
I
Like,
guess so. I guess that's what
I guess that means he's always been flammable, but
jeez.
Actually, all the covers from the Marvel books this week were crazy because they were all Stan Lee tributes. Like this shit is crazy. Like look,
amazing.
this is how like all of them look. They just had a bar at the top.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I loved how they all like gave tribute to the man.
All right, it's my turn.
Yes, it is your turn.
All right, so I have the best defense. Let me recap everything going on up until now with the best defense. There are 6 people you need to know about. The conductor. It's this guy who's kind of like Galactus, but he's running this train that's fucking going through the universe, and all it does is he picks up planets with like his pitchfork and throws them into the engine to get more fuel. There's Galactus. Galactus said, hey, Silver Surfer, go check this out. I don't like this guy. He's stealing my gig. There's Silver Surfer, who's like, I'm gonna go check this out. There's Namor, who's like, I'm an Atlantean. I need to talk to my Atlanteans. I need to rule my Atlanteans, but it didn't really work out. There's the Hulk, who finally found old man Doctor Strange in his like spectral form. And then there's old man Doctor Strange, who's talking to the Hulk in his spectral form. And this is all being narrated. He's like, look, this is the conductor. This is what he does. Yeah, Chris?
The spectral form of Doctor Strange, was this right before he crash landed?
Okay, this is after he... Okay, so this is like a Doctor Strange from a future that he doesn't want to happen. So this is like his body flew there, yeah, but then his spectral form is still there. So basically what happened was he came back from a future... The future that he was in, where the Earth was all destroyed, was because they stopped the conductor, but it exploded everything, and the radiation took out a bunch of life on Earth, and so it was just him, and he came back to try to stop it. So, what's happening right now is the Silver Surfer ran to the conductor, and they found out that like this old, it's like an old school kind of villain. It's like a fucking octopus, like fish jelly monster that's like on the conductor's brain, that's like kind of controlling him. But it's kind of
like that, like Starfish from the DC universe.
Kind of, but grosser looking, like with a fish, like eel mouth. And it's and it's like kind of controlling him, but it's been like supercharged. How has it been supercharged? Well, the first one to go fight it is Silver Surfer. And Silver Surfer goes to fight it, but he's been kind of drained because all the stuff that was happening already, and like it gets like sucked into its tentacle on like some glob shit. It gets sucked into the tentacle like on some glob shit. So what it's doing is it's siphoning his power cosmic and making that conductor go even faster towards Earth.
Damn.
So what's happening? Doctor Strange is like, So he doesn't have his his surfboard. And his surfboard's name is Tony. Where's the surfboard? It went to go get Namor after Namor choked out that king in space, and then he's like floating in space. Well, what's Doctor Strange doing? He's talking to the Hulk. He's like, look, I need your Hulk. You're like a special kind of Hulk with like a demon possession that I'm not even too sure about. So talk to me. Let me talk. Like, help me out. So we get teleported to hell. There's a bunch of hells. Every planet that has living creatures has a version of hell. But it's all the same hell. It's just different parts. So you get to 2 cats in like a suit that are like, look, what we did is we borrowed 2 billion human souls from Mephisto. So what we're going to do, we got supercharged off that, and then we supercharged that like entity that's taking over the conductor.
Damn.
And like that creature that was stabbing all like those people and everything through every like little issue, that was like the conductor's familiars, like that were kind of navigating the thing. So it's like he's a big guy and then little guy.
Okay. So the surfboard, Silver Surfer's board, went to Namor and everything, left him floating in space. Silver Surfer went to go check out this monster thing. The monster thing started siphoning off his...
No, he was floating in space and then the Silver got him.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Like, that's what I wanted to clear up.
He got sucked in, and the surfboard left when he got sucked in. He's like, wait,
that's why I wanted to clear up.
Surfboard. And then fucking, like the Hulk, like basically it's like these cats in suits and stuff are like, look, we took 2 billion souls from fucking... it was 20 billion. Yeah, 20 billion human souls from like Mephisto. Yeah, right? And they got supercharged, so they supercharged that entity to take over the conductor so that it can run into the Earth or by the Earth. And when that happens, like with that solar system, like 70 billion human souls will be dead, right? lowering the stock for human souls in the stock market. So that's when they'll buy a bunch of them and then pay him back and then some. They're like, this is fucking genius. And then Hulk comes through a portal, like grabs a guy and like slams him on the ground. And the other goes like, ah! Because they're like cats and shit. And the Hulk is like, I'm in the business of pain and business is hungry. And he fucking eats the fucking guy's face off. And that's what they wanted to do with all their money, is just buy like heads and eat the people's faces. And Hulk fucking eats the person's head and chews on it. The other guy's like fucking freaking out and shit. And so like when he's about to kill him, their souls leave and go to like that like entity thing that they put on the conductor. So it's even more supercharged.
Yeah. So all the like souls had to go somewhere, and with the guy dead.
Gotcha. So like Silver Surfer's like, no, but then that's when Namor comes and like fucking knocks the shit off of the conductor a little bit, so it's like loosening its grip. And so like the conductor actually was in the process of picking up the Atlantean world, and it flung it into the ice, like away from its sun, and so it was like freezing. And so fucking Namor and like fucking the Silver Surfer, like, oh yeah, what happens is it throws that, and during like the commotion, like the fucking tentacles are hitting people. Namor gets hit off of the surfboard. Fucking Hulk grabs a surfboard, starts beating the creature with it. The surfboard's all like bent and shit. And it's like you can hear a psychic scream kick back for like fucking eons and shit like that.
Jeez.
And so the Silver Surfer actually goes under the feet of Namor, and so like he is Namor's surfboard kind of thing, since they're one and the same. They go to the planet. Namor talks to the girl who's the daughter of the king, like, look, you have the power to like control electricity, right? So is that bioelectricity? The Silver Surfer is an entity from Galactus who operates on the like bioelectricity of a planet. So can you feed him my energy, redirect him my energy, so that we can save this place and teleport it somewhere else? And she's like, fuck you, you killed my dad. Fuck you, we're the real Atlanteans. Fuck you, we're not gonna do anything. Fuck you, I'm in charge of this bitch. I'm the queen. I'm gonna give him all of my energy. And she gives him all of her life energy. She fucking dies in front of her whole fucking, everybody in her kingdom. And they're like, yeah, long live the queen. And like Namor, they're like, fuck you, Namor. Fuck you, get out of here. And like the Silver Surfer's like, no, not like this, not like this. Like a big old boom, and it teleports like the planet somewhere else. And so it goes back to like the fucking creature and shit like that. And it's like, okay, well, Doctor Strange is like, you idiot, you fucking dumbass. When you threw the planet, you actually knocked it off course a little bit. But I guess you were a little too distracted to realize. And so now that you're not going to get the souls, guess who's coming for him? And Mephisto shows up, and he's like, yup, I want my fucking souls back. And then takes the fucking entity off the fucking, like, the celestial thing, and then fucking, like, dips out, and he takes Stephen Strange, and he's like, guess what? You're like, I'll teleport your homie, the Hulk, back to the planet if you fucking, just, you come with me. So old man, like, lost in time, Stephen Strange goes with him to hell, and he's like, I got a way out, don't worry about me. It goes, like, to fucking Namor, and he's like, man, every fucking time I try to do good, I get worse and worse and worse and worse. And it goes to, like, the Silver Surfer, and he's like, why Galactus? Why? It's like I was a Deus Ex Machina. It's like, it doesn't matter what I am, I'm just a weapon to them. Even when I don't want to be, I'm just a weapon, and they'll use me anyway. And Galactus is like, now you understand. Now you come back home crying, huh?
So stop asking me the same shit. I'm sick and tired of the same damn conversation. Find my planets.
Yeah. And then, like, the Doctor Strange and the Hulk are like, can you take this demon out of me, Mephisto? And Mephisto's like, nah, it's too strong for me. Sorry, bye. And that's how it ends.
It's too strong for this bit.
Whoa, yeah. Don't start on this issue.
No, you could.
I don't believe it. So
I don't believe it. There's a lot going on.
It's written by Al Ewing, the writer of the Hulk. So it's like, and Hulk's about to be back in hell. It's like, if you want to follow the adventures of Namor by Invaders #1, if you want to follow the Hulk going to hell, get Immortal Hulk number, like whatever it is. If you want to follow,
I'm getting that one.
Yeah, if you want to follow, who else is there?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange is doing Doctor Strange in his book. And then Silver Surfer is going to be in the new Guardians of the Galaxy book. dealing with his sad story.
Oh, jeez.
The best defense was crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
Look. If the Silver Surfer can't be happy around Drax, then just get rid of him.
I don't think Drax is on that team. It's all like the supercharged people. So it's like Gladiator. It's like fucking like Nova, Star-Lord,
right?
Fucking, it's like the big dog.
Right. It's the new.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
More like old.
Still
back to the originals. But yeah, that's the best defense. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. When this shit is like a paperback, this shit is gonna be fucking crazy. The worst part about it is just that the art's gonna be switching. But fuck it. Buy it.
Fuck it.
But Chris, what else did you read this
What's
week?
up? All right, this is my other one that I had. Batman Kings of Fear #5. Duh. Buy it. Buy all of them. 6 ain't even out yet, and 6 is what wraps it up. But buy them all. Because #5 gets fucking crazy. So in the end of #4, basically, Scarecrow comes to Batman and is just telling him like Gotham would be better off without Batman. And Batman's starting to realize and piece all this shit together because these are actually his thoughts. He's been thinking this type of shit, but he just won't admit it to himself. So like Scarecrow's whole premise is like you always had a choice. Always had a choice. And even as he's doing this, Killer Croc comes up and starts like wreaking havoc or whatever, and Batman quickly incapacitates him and shit. And Scarecrow's like, "What are you doing?" And he doesn't answer and like just says it's like a pointless question. It's obvious what I'm doing. And then Scarecrow's like, "Dude, no, it's not, because you're gonna beat him up, you're gonna send him to jail or Arkham, and he's gonna break back out. You're validating everybody, all your rogues. Like, why don't you just let them do them and then be done with it? You don't have to do this. You choose to dress up as a bat every fucking night and go beat people up. You didn't have to do that. You could have like invested in the community. You could have invested in the schools. You could have brought the whole like rates of health and everything all the way up. You could have like
all that money, and think of all the money that he spent to make all of his gadgets and his cars.
Investing in infrastructure and like buying the block back. Fuck that. I could buy Batman toys.
Look. Scarecrow pretty much goes down through like all of his rogues and shit. He was like Victor Freeze. If you never would have fucked with him or whatever, like he would have just threw himself into his work, trying to find a cure and all that stuff. And then eventually he would have like helped astronauts go into cryo sleep as they travel throughout space.
Christmas Carol too? Like
yeah.
This is Victor Freeze. If you never showed up, you want to know who that is? That's his wife.
Nora. He remembered.
He saved
He
her.
remembered. You stop it. He goes to Bane. He talks about Bane. He's like, Bane would have never escaped or got out or came back over here or done anything. Yeah, he would have never done any of that because you were the rival. You were the thing for him to beat. He would have probably died in captivity or trying to escape. He goes, the Riddler became a video game like software developer because he likes, right? I was like, that's a good one. That's a good one for a Riddler. He said, Joker became like a profiler, a high case profiler consultant that was always on call for different clandestine organizations or whatever, getting people who were going to be psychopaths and serial killers and stopping them at the second body, stopping cold cases and all that shit. So essentially all the rogues are better off without like Batman and shit, except for Cobblepot. He's still a mobster. But everybody else is like... Everybody else is like
but he was
benefiting.
Born ugly. He didn't become ugly. He was born ugly.
He didn't fall into like a vat of acid to become ugly.
He didn't
was already ugly.
He didn't fall in a box of penguins.
Yeah, they didn't fuck him up. Like that wasn't his mother's fault. Yeah, it was his mother's fault. Yeah. Anyway, so he even says like Ivy, Poison Ivy, like gets banked billions and everything because like huge companies are working with her to revitalize the rainforest, and it's actually working based on her research and all this information given to plants. Catwoman becomes like this Americanized, what's her name? Mother Teresa, because of her work that she does with like women and everything and helping them out and shit.
Shelters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kill people, but
yeah, it's only because of Batman. So like Batman's like, why are you telling me all this shit? What are you doing this to me, this and that? And then he's like slowly acknowledging all the shit that Scarecrow's saying. He's like, yeah, it is my fault. Everything's my fault. You think it's my fault? It is my fault. And starts freaking out and shit. He tries to attack Scarecrow, but he's so fucking drugged up. Like, Scarecrow's like pushing him down and shit. And he's like, oh, like the fuck? He's like, he can't do shit. So then it ends with like Batman like getting 2 syringes, I guess, from Scarecrow. I don't know how he gets it. And he injects himself in his like thighs and shit. He's like, what did you do to me? What did you do to me? He starts screaming at him and everything. I fucking love the art and all this shit because it just shows you the madness of both these dudes. Like, Batman's fucking tripping. And that's how it pretty much ends. And that's why I was telling you, I don't know how they're going to wrap this shit up because Batman just admitted that, like, Gotham's better off, like, without a Batman. Like, if this book is going to wrap up, he either has to, like, get super sober, super quick and beat the Scarecrow's ass, or he just got to retire. Because I don't know where the fuck this shit is going.
What if him and Alfred are just in the danger room?
That reminds me of that episode where Stewie killed Lois, but it was just like fake. It was just a simulation. It's like, why even do that?
You want to see what it'd be like? He's like, I want to see if I could conquer my fears.
I can't.
I still can't.
I was molded by it.
He looks at some pearls.
It's just like, and they're like not even connected. They're just like, just single pearls just around and everything in their face. Yeah, like I like it. I like it a lot. I'm definitely getting the next one, and I enjoyed the whole run. It's dope. So We'll see.
All right, next one I got is West Coast Avengers number 6. Let me tell you, so there's this motley crew in LA.
Yeah.
That's like, we need to take LA back so we can get back to business as usual, right?
Clippers.
That's a crime that we're missing out on.
Right? So we have Madam Mask, MODOK, Eel, and Santana Hellstorm. They're not per se.
Hold on. You got Eel?
Yeah.
Oh, they was just talking about Eel. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the Eel.
What were they talking about him on?
I think it was fucking I think it was a comic pop thing, but whatever. Go ahead. I was watching comic pop and them. They were talking about him and the shit I watched.
They're not really like teaming up. It's more of like a game. It's like, hey, you get points for creativity. You lose points if you kill them. We don't want to kill them because that will just lure more superheroes to LA. What we want to do is break them down so bad that they just leave.
There you go. You take their heart.
Right? So basically, they tricked West Coast Avengers to come to this abandoned amusement park, and they have everyone locked up in cages except for Kate Bishop. So Kate Bishop is like in this hallway somewhere with her mom.
Wait, who's gonna save him?
Hold on, we get there.
Okay.
So Kate's like, Mom, I need you to help me, blah, blah, blah. And so her mom
comes
leads
to the rescue.
her to like a path out of the amusement park and like away.
Yeah. Let me just,
But before they get there,
the exit's over here.
Hey, what's that sound? Oh, right? nothing. Just go over here.
But before they get there,
Thanos, balance it.
She just like takes out Lady Bullseye real quick with some really
Nice.
cool light arrows and like blinds her kind of thing and knocks her out.
Nice.
So they get out to the exit of the amusement park and her mom's like, go ahead, leave. I can't save anybody else, but I have to go. And Kate's like, what kind of leader am I if I just leave my team? Like, I have to go and save my team. Like, what kind of leader am I if I just ditch them right now? So she goes back. So, but meanwhile, the rest of the crew are fighting off land sharks.
Oh, Jesus.
So they first drop down Quentin Quire and Gwenpool into this pool of land sharks, right? And so they're fighting the land sharks. And
Wait, they dropped them in a pool of land sharks?
Well, they're sharks, so they can swim in water and also walk on land.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're brown.
No, they're not. Not these. These are regular, like, great whites, but have legs.
Yeah, they're regular bipedal great whites.
Do they have arms?
No, they just have bipedals. They just have 2 legs.
Yeah. Imagine.
Like, wait. I'm trying to imagine. Are they walking on their like tails, or do they walk
No,
on
they
like?
literally
It's a shark with 2 legs.
Shark and 2 legs.
That's not frightening.
Their legs are, hey, well, you seen a great white shark running at you?
But the great whites are big. How big are our legs? They're probably stubby. How fast can it go?
Hey, fast enough to need a superhero squad to kill them.
Fast enough to do this. So basically, they just fight some land sharks and also fuse his sister.
Look, we're trying to make LA problems. Like, New York has a lot going on.
Yeah. They're really trying to make some LA problems. So
there's more to the country than that city. That's all I'm saying.
So Fuse has a sister. Her name is Ramon, and Ramon is a lesbian, and so is America Chavez. So America Chavez and Ramon were on a date before they got captured, and so she's there, and Santana was like, "I'm bored. Let's drop the one that doesn't have powers." And so they drop Ramon into the water with the sharks. And her brother's like, "No!" And so he does this really cool thing where, since there's already water on him, he just turned his whole body into water and slid through the cage to save his sister. That was the only cool thing about the whole thing. Oh, and cool. Quentin Quire used his powers to just blast all the water away. So, like, him as the epicenter, and then all the water just shoots out.
Yeah, he's like an Omega level telepath. Like, he honestly, this should be like the Quentin Quire show, but for some reason because Gwenpool's there, he decides to listen to Kate.
Yeah.
Well, what are his faults? Like, he just likes girls, or
arrogance?
Nah.
Real high arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like one of those preppy British guys.
Well, I can see it. Like Kilgrave, if he had like telekinetic powers.
More like Archer.
Nice.
Archer's like
fucking nice.
Somebody who was like in one of those schools with him. What a fucking co-student.
Boarding school.
Co-worker. What was it? A peer?
In boarding school?
Yeah. Basically,
yeah, classmate.
Boarding school.
Just a classmate.
Yeah, classmate.
Schoolmate.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
dated.
Worker, a job, a person who works with.
Obviously, I'm a student. I'm enrolled right now.
And
so,
I'm young.
So after Quinn blasts all the water out, that's when they realize they're land sharks, and they're like, "Oh, not fair." And then Hawkeye, Clint Barton, he creates this slingshot. And so he now has a way to shoot stuff at the land sharks. And so America Chavez is like, "Hey, give me some of those. Give me some of those. My aim is not as good as yours, but I bet you I can hit a lot harder than you." And he's like, bet. So now they're just having a game of their own.
I'm thinking of instead of her, I was thinking of Bullseye. I was like, damn, who would I rather want? Bullseye who could just throw this shit and bounce it off shit and kill people? Or do I need someone to make a slingshot or a bow and then fire them up like Hawkeye? Well, can Hawkeye just throw shit?
Yeah, they can both do both.
They could do both.
Yeah, they're both equal.
Well, it works for me then.
So pretty much how this all wraps up at the end is Kate, she's by herself. Some water comes and knocks her out for a little bit. And then she gets kicked in the face. And then when she comes back from unconsciousness, she looks up and it's her ex-boyfriend.
Jeez. She woke up from being unconscious? That's not good.
Right.
That's not good for her brain.
Well, that and she doesn't want to see her ex-boyfriend, that's for damn sure. So let's see how this goes.
Look, we got more problems than the heart right now.
She has a new boyfriend, Fuse.
Does she have problems with her mom and teammates going on right now? Why is she got a boyfriend?
Her mom's supposed to be dead. That's why she's really confused why her mom let her out of the amusement park. Yeah.
That's that concussion.
Hey, where'd you go?
My mom told me to go over there. Oh, jeez, I don't have the heart to tell her.
I thought we already went through this.
You tell her. He's like, Christ.
You drew drew the shortest straw. You go.
Shortest
Look, you're
straw.
retarded now. That's what
Your mom's dead.
Your
You
mom's
got hit in the
dead.
head.
You acting like a loser. Fix it.
Before I knock some sense into you. Nice. Hey, Cap.
Alright, what's that last book you read?
We have Captain America #6, the end of this first arc, Winter in America.
Wow.
So we're with Alexa, the girl in white, who kidnapped, who basically resurrected her husband, Alexander Lukin. If anybody knows Captain America history, Alexander Lukin, a Russian man, had his mind taken over by Red Skull. So Red Skull is pretty much dormant in there still since he's resurrected. So he's sitting there he's just sitting there on like a mountain, just like looking up in the sky, and he closes his eyes, and then you just see the Red Skull. And then he like opens his eyes again, and it's him again, and he's talking to Alexa, and he's just like, how did I get here? Like, what happened to me? I don't even remember how I died. How did I die? She's like, you shouldn't ask those questions. And it just shows like a picture of her like lighting him up with a submachine gun and shit. I was like, okay.
That's suspect.
So we go basically back a couple of years in Moscow, where she's trying to get into an area, and she's basically using magic. Like they're like these like Spetsnaz people with like submachine guns. Like, hey, who are you? She uses magic to like show that they're like little demons. And then she's like, show me your show me your master, your true form. And it turns into like a guy who ends up being Rasputin. Now I don't know if it's Vladimir Rasputin, but it may be. She's talking to
Possibly.
I don't know any other Rasputins, but I don't know a lot of Russians. So she's basically talking to like, hey teacher, we need your help. A while ago we had a leader, and that was the man I fell in love with, and yeah, he wanted a worker's paradise, and I wasn't very much for that, but you know what, it was a vision nonetheless, and I fell in love with him. He died, but as you know, some people are more important to this world than others, and for that reason they need to stay around longer any way they can. But of course I don't need to tell you that. So I need you to help me do that with my ex-husband, Alexander Lukin. He's like, no.
Right, no.
No. She's like, why?
Why?
America has taken over. They're costume freaks and patriots. Oh, so patriots are ruining the world. All they are is greed. They sit there and they kill their kids. They feed them poison. They poison their waterways. Oh, it's just shit. Why won't you help me? He's like, because I've tried before and it never works. It'll never work. I'm telling you. And even if it did work, will we do any better? She's like, yeah, fuck you.
That's semantics.
He's like, I do know somebody who can help you with like the same motivations as you. And it's like that lady in green, like I guess that could absorb people's like energy and stuff. And so basically they're together, they're drinking wine and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, this is kind of cool. This is awesome. We're going to start now. The plan starts now.
No countdown on the plan starting now.
They know the plan. And it was like, okay, she was telling him the plan, like Rasputin the plan, and she was like, no, he was telling her why it doesn't work. He was like, you see, the reason why it doesn't work is because you guys kill Steve Rogers. You kill Bucky Barnes. You don't kill Captain America. Captain America is an ideal through wartime and patriotism.
He's an
America
idea.
More than just like switching a guy with his face and then making him into it. And so she's like, yeah, then we must take away. We must take away what he is the captain over. He's the captain of what? And that's what the next arc is. Because somebody opens a door and they're like, oh my God! And then like it goes to like Nick Fury, Black Nick Fury, Nick Fury Jr., Bucky Barnes, Captain America, and then Agent 13, who's all old and stuff, in a room. And they're like, yeah, so like, wow, what do you mean Thunderbolt Ross is dead? Not just dead, murdered. And then they're like, wait a minute, wait. Agent 13's like, Nick, is S.H.I.E.L.D. even active anymore? And he's like, no. And she was like, well, excuse me for being blunt, but why are you here? He's like, the president told me to come here. And he
Why are you questioning me?
Exactly. He's like, the president told me to come here. And he didn't tell me to come here to answer questions. I'm here to ask questions. So, Captain America, where were you yesterday at 8 p.m.?
Don't point at me.
Yeah, so basically they're trying to frame Captain America for not only being like the Hydra person like beforehand, like since that's some people's memory, but they're like, but now we're just gonna ruin the name Captain America. So they're framing him to kill the hero Thunderbolt Ross, even though Thunderbolt Ross was a shady motherfucker. So
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's called a Captain of Nothing. And so it's basically going to be them like ruining his reputation and dragging it through the dirt and him trying to defend it.
Man, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have shit.
Space, but you know, this is pretty dope.
He doesn't have shit. He's a man out of time. What does he have?
This motherfucker been here long enough. He's long enough. He got a house, he got a 401k. He's okay. He's had a
from S.H.I.E.L.D. A 401k from S.H.I.E.L.D.
For a couple of jobs.
S.H.I.E.L.D. You just said S.H.I.E.L.D. disbanded. From who?
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s been disbanded since
Yeah, but I'm saying who we got the 401k from?
Oh. Huh. I don't know.
Hydra? Yeah, exactly. He still works with him.
See, we knew it.
Follow the money.
Why is he still in this fancy condo?
So they have a Bucky Barnes book that came out a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, that was supposed to be really, really, really fucking good. It's just like Bucky Barnes being like a hero for hire. So I wonder if that's going to connect with this stuff a little bit.
I wonder if that's going to connect, or if Disney's going to do something and connect that with the rest of them, like Falcon and Winter Soldier with the other heroes for hire.
No.
Bummer.
No, only because that's dumb. They're making him a hero for hire because basically he was the man on the wall for a little bit. He was basically sitting on an asteroid shooting stuff out in space before it got there. And then he was hanging out with the Cosmic Cube Kobik for a while. And then he got teleported away and he got teleported back. And then even before that, it was still like he was kind of a crime guy. And then he was Captain America before that. So
yeah, I hear you. Like, putting him with Luke Cage would be kind of boring.
No, it just won't work. That's just
that's what I mean. Like, what could you write with him?
Yeah, no, you can't. Alright, so the last one I have for the day is Extermination number 5. And this is the wrap-up of this story. And let me tell you, it is crazy. So let me catch you up a little bit. So Ahab has these twins that has the ability to just turn anybody and everybody into a hound. Quickly and efficiently.
Basically a vampire slave.
Basically a vampire slave. And so they've been doing that. A lot of fighting has been going on, and Scott just got killed by Ahab. So
Jesus.
The young Scott, the one from the past.
So what's happening to the current one?
So listen.
Okay.
We open up and we find out that it was Mimic disguised as young Scott to buy them time. Yeah, so Mimic died.
I mean, that was a little obvious. They introduced him. They're like, look, this guy can copy anybody's like face and powers and stuff. Cool. And then like Scott dies, like a fucking harpoon to the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't to the face.
Okay.
It wasn't to the face. It was like chest area.
Ain't
but
dying,
anyways. So then a lot of fighting.
Not like a harpoon.
And then Glob and friends show up. And then a lot of cool fighting happens. And then young Cable was like in the middle of the battle. And he tells young Jean from the past.
Is Glob funny or something?
No, I just needed to figure out. No, listen, I'm trying to tell you. I needed to figure out a way to group the 3 people together, like in Uncanny X-Men, because there's 3 teams. And I got Jean's team, I got Storm's team, and I was trying to figure out what to name those kids. So I just named them Glob and Friends.
Okay, so is he like funny or something? Like
No, he doesn't talk. He doesn't do anything. Like
It just burns.
all he did in Uncanny X-Men was go after Jamie and found him at the bar, the third bar that he checked. It wasn't that hard, and he was like, "Jamie, come back and help us."
I
And
just
with
feel like they're
Agent.
really pushing Glob.
Like, what is his character
Like,
ranking?
They
Like,
are
what is he
Glob.
ranking the
I feel like
polls?
we say Glob a lot.
But anyways, listen. So Young Cable suggests that we need to now send everybody to the past. Like, let's take the original 5 that we took from the past, and we need to send them back because that's what's gonna save us.
This has gone too
That's
fucking
what's
far.
gonna
You've been here
save
for 6 years. Go home.
So everyone's like, dang, should we leave? Should we not leave? And so they decide to leave. And then the Bobbies have like a moment because, you know, Bobby's gay. And so he has like this moment with his younger self. And then it goes to.
It's okay. It's okay. It starts here. It starts here.
And then it goes to Angel.
The warmest place is right here.
Oh my god.
At least they know how to touch a man. The fuck?
Stop it. Stop it.
How did they call that? That was from a Family Guy. That was from a Family Guy like 10 years before he was even gay.
Oh, real mature. Walk away.
So then Young Cable takes the original 5 back 5 years ago. And they're like, wait, why'd you take us here? And he's like, well, this is when Manum and Maxon, the twins, were good. So now, Jean, you go in there and get, like, how to do it. Like, the solver, the cure, basically. And then we'll be out here. But Ahab followed him. So, like, they're outside fighting Ahab while Jean is inside getting the information. And so they destroy Ahab's ship so that he can't jump timelines anymore or realities. And
That's kind of bad.
Huh?
Like, ain't he in the past?
Yeah.
So ain't that kind of bad? Like, couldn't he just fuck shit up there?
Well, what happens right after Jean got the answers is Young Cable sends the original 5 back to their own time, like they go back, and then he takes Ahab back to present time.
Got you. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So he takes Ahab back to present time, and then, you know, time stream stuff happens, and, you know, the present day people remember their memories from the past.
Yeah, it's like it shows the past people. They're like, hey, how's everybody?
Yeah.
They're thinking a big fight.
Pretty much.
I know things I didn't know 5 seconds ago.
So basically, they go back to the present, blah, blah, blah. The present wins, you know. She knows how to fix it. And then the only bad thing is that Rachel goes with Ahab. And the only reason why Rachel goes with Ahab is because she was turned into a hound a different way than everybody else. So
She got bit?
I don't know, because I jumped in when Rachel was already a hound, then not a hound, so I don't know how she originally became
It
one.
was probably like in like the fucking early 2000s or like
Right.
late 90s or something. Look, we gotta get rid of Rachel.
Somehow, like, for a while.
We
Just
can't,
for a while.
We can't have Jean and Hope and Rachel.
Well, Wolf's not here.
Yeah, look.
But anyway.
Neither's Rachel.
Only one. You can only have one.
So,
We got Jean, okay?
we're closing
Shit.
up with a funeral for Bloodstorm, Mimic, and Cable. Old man Cable. Because, you know, young Cable still killed him. So we still have a funeral for those 3, and then the original 4 go have milkshakes. And then they're like, oh, it's kind of sad that Scott's not here kind of thing. And they kind of close the whole thing together like, yeah, whatever, like we're going to move on kind of thing. So now we go back to young Cable in his unknown lair, and he grabs 2 root beers from his mini fridge, as you know, you do.
Underage.
Exactly. So, and he's like, all right, we send the original 5 back to their own time. We stopped all the
Check.
hounds.
Check.
So now everything's back to normal. So now is a good time for you to come back, Dad. And it's Scott. drinking his root beer.
He has like the whole mask thing covering his head. But I've seen like the solicitations for like Uncanny X-Men like 11 and 12 and stuff like that. This motherfucker got the anime hair and shit like that. They're like, we gotta make this nigga look mad. Beard, anime hair. Like, look, Scott's mad.
So Scott's supposed to be dead, but he's not dead. So let's go. Let's bring him back. Let's try and make him cool one last time.
Yeah, him and Wolverine are gonna have a team. They're like, we got a hit list. Magneto, Mojo, Madame Mask, Mystique, like a whole bunch of people. Mr. Sinister. We got a badass group of badasses with us. And Wolverine's back in his brown and yellows.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
People have always found ways to get around without a cat. Look at Iceman.
Honey, where'd you go when you went out last night?
Went over to Tom's house, played some poker, had some brewskis, you know.
Really? And would you mind explaining that?
Oh.
You know how to touch a man. Oh, walk away.
Well, that's the show, everybody.
Fuck.
Thank you.
And that's what happened to Iceman.
All right, everybody, you have a good night.
Good night, good luck.